All right. Thanks for joining me. Hey, my name is Brady Efting. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams and the Bardic Group here in Denver, Colorado. Here is my contact information. And there we go. All right. So a little bit about me. So I've been a real estate agent for the past 4 years. And in that time, I've done about 120 to 130 transactions working with both buyers and sellers. I'm a member of Keller Williams, which is the largest brokerage in the entire world, as well as a member of the Bardic Group, one of the most successful real estate teams in the city of Denver. Last year we closed about 260 transactions as a group, which made us in the top three teams in the entire city. So with that kind of experience, I have a lot to share on this process of how to buy a home. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the process. And so when you're done with this video, you'll have a little bit more confidence on what to expect in the home buying process. So the first thing, and I'm going to go quick because I don't want to take too much of your time. If you have more questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. So what we've done was we've broken this down into about 10 steps into the home buying process. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to have what's called a buyer consultation. That's where you and I sit down. We go through the whole home buying process in more detail. I also learn everything that you're looking for in a home. I take the time to figure out what's the most important thing to you in your new purchase, and not just one thing, of course, many things, and we go from there. From there, we get you in touch with a lender. So getting pre-approved for a home loan is going to be super, super important to this process. We need to know how much money you want to spend when buying a house. We want to talk to you about what your monthly payments will look like, what your down payment's going to look like. Are you going to be getting any gift funds? Will you be buying cash? Then we don't even need a pre-approval, but I'd like to know that ahead of time. The next thing is, so once we get that number, you're looking for $500,000 property in Denver, we're going to start narrowing your search down. And we're going to be looking at whether it's a single family home, whether it's a condo, whether it's a townhome, whether it's going to be up north or down south. Maybe you're really specific on a certain neighborhood and that's where you want to be and we're only going to hang out in that area. That's all fine, but we want to have that buyer consultation first, then the pre-approval, and then we start the home search. From there, you and I, we go out looking for homes. We start off, we never go above the price point you want to be in. We just stay within that zone so we can make sure that we're not taking you into a place where you're uncomfortable. So we're out looking for homes, and ultimately you're going to say, hey, Brady, I love this house. I got to have it. So we decide to make an offer on a property. Now, this is a very exciting time. We spend some time looking at houses, having some fun, getting to know each other, but you decided you want to make an offer on a house. So the first thing I do is I pick up my phone, I call the cross agent, I say, hey, tell me what it's going to take to get a perfect to win this deal. What does a perfect offer look like to your seller? That time they're going to tell me all sorts of things. Hey, we need a 30-day close. Hey, we have an offer in. You're going to have to beat that offer. And so with that information, I'm going to share that with you, as well as I'm going to pull the comparable sales in that neighborhood. So I'm going to go through and look to see what houses have sold for in that area. And I'll share that information with you as well, because they might be listing this house at $450,000 and it may have two offers in already. And 450 is not the number we need to get to. If we look and we say, oh, they price that low to get a little bit of a bidding war going, we might have to get to 475 or so. So we want to know that information ahead of time. With that said, we win the deal. We're an expert team. Myself I've done this many, many times, and I've been very successful with helping buyers win these multiple offer situations. Not all houses are multiple offer situations. In fact, quite often they're not. I'm just prepping you for what a potential scenario is. So ultimately, we get your offer accepted and you're thrilled. I'm happy for you. We're high-fiving. And then the process really begins. So we go out there. Now it's my job and my team to get this deal closed in the next 30 days. So the first thing we do is we deposit earnest money. Earnest money is about a 1% down payment on the purchase of this house. And so it's my job to protect that money. It could be about $5,000 or $10,000. If you want to terminate the deal, it's really important we follow the contract so we can terminate, get the earnest money back, and get you out looking for another house. So offers accepted, about 30 days begins, and about a weekend we have our home inspections. Just so you know, I'm going to recommend three home inspections: the general home inspection, the sewer scope, and a radon test. And I'm going to recommend those, especially if you're getting a single family home in a townhouse. If it's a condo, the homeowners association may cover some of those, like the radon and the sewer. But at the end of the day, we want to be very careful before we make any recommendations on that. Let's say you go ahead and you get the general home inspection where they check out the roof, to the foundation, to the electrical, the walls, the windows, all of the major appliances. that's going to run you anywhere from $400 if it's a smaller home or a condo to up to maybe $800 or $900 if it is a larger single family home. Additionally, the radon test is going to be about $100, and the sewer scope is about $100 as well, give or take. So we're looking anywhere between $400 to $1,000, let's call it, for the home inspection. I know I have $400 to $800. I'd rather be on the aggressive side, saying be prepared for $1,000, so you're not coming to me saying, "Hey, Brady, what's up?" Next step, we reach resolution. Next step is we find all these issues with the property. There are always going to be issues with any sort of property, whether it's a new build or a 100-year-old home. We file what's called an inspection objection with the seller. They come back to us with a negotiated inspection resolution, and we sign off on once we've reached resolution, and we move on. About a week and a half later is the appraisal process. Your lender needs to make sure that they're getting a good investment on this property. So they're going to send an appraiser out to the home. The appraiser is going to say, yes, that is a house worth $475,000, or they're going to say, no, it is not. Their job is to prove value. So if they say yes, that's great. We're happy. If they say, no, it's only worth $450, we got a little problem there. So I'm going to have the seller either drop the price to $450 from $475, or we're going to have to come up with a little cash to help bridge that gap. Very, very successful having the seller drop that price to $450 in that scenario, because they're now about a week and a half from closing. They don't want to lose this deal either. So, end of the day, we reach resolution on the appraisal. That appraisal's cost you about $700 or $800. So now let's call it about $1,800 in on this process. We are moving forward, and we're getting our final loan approval. Or a clear to close, and that's about 3 to 4 days before closing. So your lender's going to give you all your final loan figures. You're either going to say, yes, I still want to buy this house, or let's say, shoot, I lost my job. I can't buy a house anymore. We will use that final deadline to terminate your deal, and you're going to get your earnest money back. But you will be out your appraisal money and your home inspection money. Those are third-party people that have come in to do the job. So, in a nutshell, that is the home buying process. The last step is getting to the closing table. Getting to the closing table is a great day. It usually means you're pretty thrilled. You're buying a house. Maybe it's your first house. Maybe it's your fifth house. Maybe it's your 10th house. You're just excited. You're getting to the closing table. You and I are high-fiving, celebrating. I'm bringing some sort of a closing gift typically. Maybe it's a bottle of booze to help you get off your party off on the right foot. But you are thrilled, and you have bought yourself a house. So to back it up, my name is Brady Efting. I work with the Bardic Group at Keller Williams Real Estate. We are one of the most successful teams in the largest brokerage in the world. I personally, very successful agent, and I look forward to working with you down the road. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to call my number, 970-381-7366. Email Brady@thebardicgroup.com. Have a wonderful day.